Okay, I'm going to talk you through this recently received proposal. It's very good. It's not perfect. I'm sure there are small errors here, but essentially the impression is very, very good. The question was asking for information and advice on how to improve the college's website for new international students. You have the question in your test book. The first thing you can see is right at the top we have from, to, subject, date. Although this isn't essential, it does clearly create the impression that this person knows what a proposal and also what a report looks like. It's a very good first impression. Second point that you can see is that it's clearly organised in clear paragraphs: introduction, information, advice and conclusions. They have headings. The first thing in the introduction is the aim of this proposal is to. This formulaic introduction can be used in reports as well. The aim of this report is to. And here it is: to suggest ways that new international students could feel more welcome and prepared as soon as they enter the college for the first time. I think the only thing that's perhaps missing from this is the aim of this proposal is to suggest ways that new international students could feel more welcome and prepared as soon as they enter the college for the first time by making improvements to the website, because that is, after all, the question that we're talking about. Otherwise, this is a very strong introductory statement. It's not serving as a signpost, but it's a strong introductory statement. The next sentence is the signpost sentence. In order to do some extra information and advice could be included on the website. Extra information, you see here, is mentioned first in the signpost sentence, and then it's spoken about first in the first paragraph. So this signpost tells you clearly that the first paragraph is going to be about information, whereas the second paragraph is going to be about advice that should be included on the website. Again, this is a good signpost sentence. So we move to the first paragraph on information. Firstly, this is very good. It starts off with a linking word. Firstly, it would be recommended if some additional information was included. This is a topic sentence. It introduces the fact that this whole paragraph is going to talk about information on the website which should be included. So we have a topic sentence. The topic sentence is short, it is clear, and it starts with a linking word. A point of interest is that in these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, you've made reference to information once, twice, 3 times. But Annie has made a clear point of trying to use different vocabulary when referring to it. She said that extra information would be of use. In the heading it simply says information, and then in the topic sentence it says additional information. This attempting to use variety is the sort of thing that examiners like to see, a variety and avoiding repetition. So we have a good topic sentence, and then we start the body of the paragraph. New international students have claimed that they worry about the level of English required to enter the college. This is an idea. As a result of this, it would be helpful if this information was added. This is the consequence or the result of this idea. So we have idea, and then it's developed. Very good. Then we have another idea. There also seems to be general confusion about the uniform. And this idea is then developed. New international students would be grateful if the uniform specifications were clear on the website. And then development, for example, where this uniform could be bought, or the clothes that should be worn on depending on the occasion. it's quite possible, actually, just looking at this now, this is quite a long sentence. There also seems to be general confusion about the uniform. You could put a full stop there and say, new international students would be grateful if the uniform specifications were clear on the website. You could put another full stop there if you wanted. There is no harm in writing in short, clear sentences. For example, information about where to buy it or the type of uniform that they should wear depending on the occasion would be useful. As it is, it's not bad, it's not a problem, but I was just suggesting that be careful of overly long sentences. And I'm always a bit wary if a sentence is 4 lines long. The next paragraph is dealing with advice. Again, it starts with a topic sentence. Secondly, new international students would appreciate if the following advice were added. It's going to tell us about advice in this paragraph. Depending on where they live, advice on which means of transport they should use could clear up any doubts. This is an idea. This idea hasn't been developed and she's gone on to her second idea. There could also be advice about the best ways on the requirements of checking into the college. There could also be some advice about, I don't think it needs the best ways. There could also be some advice about the requirements of checking into the college. This is the idea, this idea of checking in when you first arrive at the college. This includes permissions such as the health card, which is not obligatory in many countries. So we have our idea and we have our reason for this idea. The final paragraph is the conclusion. And in this conclusion, there isn't a new idea, but it does make reference to the changes suggested in the paragraphs above. It explains that these suggestions are being made because of comments that have been made, and it explains why these changes would be constructive and useful for students coming to the school. And then it ends with this formulaic expression: if you require any further information, do not hesitate to contact me. So, what we have here is a well-structured answer. We have a good level of formal language. We have a signpost sentence, which shows that the person writing this knows exactly what they're going to talk about. In each paragraph, we have a topic sentence, 2 ideas, which are neatly and clearly developed, with either examples, results, or explanations. This is a very well written proposal, and this is the level at which we should all be aiming.